Remember, a few weeks ago, the psyop began that Trump and Tulsi were button heads, that Trump was done with Tulsi Gabbard. Laura Loomer was pushing this, which Laura gets a lot of stuff right. I'm not always sure how I feel about Laura because she gets a lot of stuff right, but she's also gotten some big things wrong. So, I'm not sure how I feel about Laura all the time, but I always pay attention because she's gotten so many things right. Now, her reporting, as well as all these other rumors, were saying Tulsi was going to be out next. She was, some people were saying she had an affair with Joe Kent, all this crazy stuff. And now it makes sense why they wanted her gone. Because Tulsi just dropped another bombshell from the intelligence agencies. And it is, today she wrote, newly declassified records expose how deep state actors within the intelligence community concocted false narrative that Congress used to usurp the will of the American people and impeach President Trump in 2019. Today, we reveal the truth. Now, she put together this nice little graphic with some really, really small letters, but thankfully somebody put a very nice summary together for us here. So, Kaneko the Great writes out, breaking, DNI Gabbard just released never-before-seen declassified documents exposing coordinated deep state conspiracy inside the intel community used to impeach Trump in 2019. This is the first impeachment, the Zelensky-Ukraine impeachment. The whistleblower, CIA analyst, and self-declared registered Democrat traveled with VP Biden to Ukraine, attended official Biden luncheons, admitted in his own filing to having zero firsthand knowledge of the Trump-Zelensky call, lied about contacting Adam Schiff's staff before filing, and relied on a key witness who co-authored the 2017 Russia hoax ICA and worked alongside disgraced FBI agent Peter Strzok. It was all a fraud. This means Alexander Vindman, remember the hero of the left because he listened to Trump's call and he reported it, total fraud. The witness admitted he couldn't connect the same dots, had to read between the lines, and only perceived a quid pro quo in hindsight. Oh, that's convenient. The documents further reveal the whistleblower tried to block Devin Nunes, a Gang of Eight member legally entitled to view the disclosure, from seeing it, expressed dislike of current FBI Director Kash Patel, and described NSC staffer Michael Ellis as slippery and untrustworthy. When these bad guys dislike certain people, that makes me like them more. Nunes, always been awesome. Kash Patel, think about all the psyops. Is going to be fired today with my friend Kyle the liar, who's always wrong. That was April 2nd, by the way. Kash Patel still not fired. IG Atkinson never requested the actual call transcript, sent a criminal referral to DOJ on secondhand testimony alone, altered the whistleblower form to remove the first-hand knowledge requirement, and ignored explicit DOJ guidance that the complaint didn't rise to the level of urgent concern. He wrote Congress anyways. DOJ found no criminal violation. How badly did they just want to get rid of Trump? How disgustingly scared and pathetic are these people? It's crazy. Trump lawyer Alan Dershowitz, evidence again about the bias and credibility of the whistleblower was hidden by bureaucrats, a disservice to justice, American people. Devin Nunes called it staged attack by anti-Trump malcontents who believe they, not the American people, should determine president. That tells you a lot right there. They, not the American people. That's because the deep state. They'd had several presidents in a row. They didn't want to break the streak. They were so close to getting their big win with Hillary. And that would have been the end of our republic as we know it. She would have been the final straw. And Trump saved us. The exculpatory transcripts locked in a safe withheld from Trump's defense team until House Intelligence Chairman Rick Crawford forced the release on March 24th, 2026. Do you see this, guy? If you remember, censorship so bad at the time. Well, actually, let me go back to this real quick. I get so many people who are like, why isn't Trump doing this? We know, we want arrests, we want this. And it's like, well, there's lots of reasons. DC's way too corrupt to get any prosecutions. They had to weed out the old crowd, replace them with people who would actually do the bidding of Trump and the DOJ. And then we have this. So much intel has been hidden or destroyed that it takes a while to find the evidence and get the pieces together. These are realities, people. We deal with. People are living in a fantasy when they thought that Trump was going to do everything in the first 6 months and are bailing on him now. That's insane. Okay. That's insane. But unfortunately, there are realities such as this, evidence being hidden, that they're dealing with. Anyways, if you remember, censorship so bad at the time, Facebook and YouTube banned users simply for saying whistleblower's name, Eric Ciaramella. Do you guys remember this? I totally remember this. When if you said this guy's name, it was an auto ban. Maybe that's why the buffering, because this is on screen. I don't know. This is Adam Schiff lying directly to the American people on the House floor during the impeachment hearing, claiming he had no idea who the whistleblower was, while his own staff had been in contact with him. That sounds like perjury, guys. I don't know. I don't know the rules on that, but pretty sure. If you remember at the time, censorship so bad against President Trump. Oh, they already he double posted this sentence. Anyways, documents are out. So Trump, here's Trump on it. Talking about this today.
Do you feel vindicated by those?
Yeah, I do. They're a bunch of crooked people. You're talking about with respect to all of the things that they put against me? Yeah. Well, it's come out that in so many different ways. Thank you very much for that question. I appreciate it. But in so many different ways, the election was rigged. The 2020 election was rigged. We found that out. What you just said is just a piece of that. It's a big piece, but minor, relatively speaking, compared to what they did. They cheated on the election. They cheated on the vote. And they cheated in every way possible. And it's the only way we got an incompetent man to be a president. And he was an incompetent man. Many of the things that we're talking about, even including this would have been settled a long time ago, not now. And it should have been settled by other presidents. But the election was a rigged election. We can't let that happen to our country.
It's concealment of exculpatory information. What should happen?
Well, it's very serious.
Sorry. Trump talking about this. He's got to be stoked. He's known about all this for years, equating it to the rigged election. He knows more is coming out. I mean, this has got to feel really, really good for Trump that he's starting to see all this come out. And the DOJ, man, isn't it interesting? We lost Pam Bondi, and then after Bondi's gone, Todd Blanche is in, and a guy who they didn't have to confirm, he's acting right now, so he can probably get away with a little bit more. And now we get this kind of stuff coming out from Tulsi Gabbard. I have a feeling, guys, things are going to start ramping up. We have that from Tulsi. And then today we find out this, talking about arrests and that stuff coming forth. Well, Nick Shirley, independent journalist, investigative journalist, exposing fraud team. California is now trying to criminalize investigative journalism. So Bondi gone, Blanche in. I told you guys we're getting ready to start making moves. And now we're getting exposure. And the deep state is terrified. They're fighting back. They don't want this exposure. They don't want these arrests. But it's starting to ramp up. We got to finish this Iran thing, or at least get it completely settled to where it is what it is. And then, guys, I'm telling you, I have a feeling things are about to heat up big time. Because Trump, what he just showed us I mean, he showed us several times. But what he just showed us by doing the Strait of Hormuz blockade is that he's in I don't give two F's mode. He is going to do everything he needs to do to win. And when it comes to the midterms, he's like, watch me get us all taken care of, everything in place by like June, July, and then it's going to be campaigning like crazy after all this winning. That's what I believe is coming. So let's keep an eye on this. But again, this is massive. This is massive. And there's no way. Crossfire Hurricane, this Trump went on to blast James Comey again. Crossfire Hurricane in this, it's all starting. Like Tulsi is building the case. She's got the FBI raiding election places in Georgia, Arizona. We're getting all that information. I guarantee you, there's cases being built right now, and we, based on the timeline, because it's been a year and 3 months, we should start seeing fireworks soon. So I'm amped. I don't know about you guys, but I'm amped, and I feel like we're finally about to see a lot of the things we've been waiting for.